You guys are promoting the new season, right? The 4th season?
Starts the 24th.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan. How do you guys, how do you keep it going? I mean, you did 3 seasons already, which is what, like 15 episodes a season? I mean, you've done a lot of characters. How do you keep it going?
Well, this is going to be this is going to be our biggest season so far. This is going to be 20 episodes. And it's a little crazy. When we started the season, we were kind of, that was a concern. It's like, how do you continue with keeping the quality where it's at? And not only that, but, taking it up a notch. And, one thing we're just very fortunate we get about 2.5 months with a group of writers, and we all sit down and we basically come up with enough material that we have to cut. We end up having to cut really great sketches. So what you end up in any season of Key and Peele is really like the best 20% of the sketches we've actually written.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you got to be prepared. Got to have more than you need.
Got to be prepared. Yeah. And then, a big part of it is just going to places we haven't gone before, genres we haven't tackled before. What always works with comedy is that those little pieces of the real life relatability that no one has quite put a finger on yet.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So you said it's 20 seasons. Episodes. Does that mean Comedy Central is like really pushing you guys?
I think you could certainly. I think you wouldn't be inaccurate if you interpreted it that way. But it's built steadily every season. The first season was 8, the second was 10, last season was 13, and then this big season of 20, and 20 originals pieces. Yeah, so I think that they do have confidence in us. We have a very good relationship with them, and it's nice to have a good, mutually creative, mutually respectful relationship, creatively with the network you're working with. It just kind of makes smooth sailing for everybody involved.
I think I read, and I'm not sure if it's true, that you guys were both trying out for your own show at first.
I think the best way to put it is we had independently interest from the network for both of us individually, and having worked on Mad TV, we decided to combine our forces, and that we would be and undeniable with each other. Also, just having the two of us, we felt like there was a little bit of an absence of classic comedy team out there. So that was something we felt like we could really bring a certain energy that's not out there right now. And like I said, having worked together, we're huge fans of each other's work. So it was just a force multiplier. It made a lot of sense.
So you guys were on Mad TV together?
Yeah, we were on Mad TV at the same time. We did about 5 seasons together, and in the course of that time, wrote a lot of sketches together. So, like Jordan said, it was just kind of picking up where we left off, and trying to do bigger, better, newer stuff from there.
What's up with Mad TV? It seemed like a lot of the people that worked on that show kind of, I don't want to say they were blackballed, but a lot of them were talented. It seems like not, like with SNL, a lot of people go on to do other things. It seems like not a lot of the Mad TV guys had the same opportunities.
Mad TV had a whole lot of, it had a lot of turnover. And to be quite honest, I think it might just have taken a couple more years than, than an SNL situation. There are guys, a lot of people are doing really great things. Ike Barinholtz is one he's on the Mindy Project. He's writing the Police Academy movie for Keegan and us, for Keegan and I, who are producing it with a new line.
Oh, nice.
And I think
Michael McDonald directs a lot.
Yeah, Alex Borstein, started as a voice on Family Guy. Now she's one of the producers on Family Guy. And I think a lot of us work. It's also, I think, what maybe what you just said, Jordan, is maybe the most accurate thing. Is there's no way to deny that Saturday Night Live is a cultural phenomenon, and I especially when something's been around for 40 years.
Right. Yeah.
You have a sense of that being a place where you remember the history of that show making other people's careers, and and the funny thing is, most shows aren't on the air for 14 years, and even though Mad TV was on the air for 14 years, that's still a drop in the bucket for the amount of time that Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Taron Killam was on Mad TV for a while, for a little bit, and now he's on SNL. But I think that what you said is accurate. That Mad TV, there's really amazing talent at Mad TV, and at the same time, it's not a credit that people would probably be dropping to get a new gig.
Right.
I felt like we had to convince Comedy Central in a way that we weren't just going to be doing the exact same thing that we had been doing on Mad TV for years. Right. We were bringing something new to the table. So I think the talent is going to win in the end. But yeah, it's an interesting little hurdle.
Yeah, it's also it was time for something new, and so Comedy Central was looking for something new, which was why they had that concern. But then the other thing I would say, it's possible, but I've certainly not done the research, Zach. But it's possible that if you were to look at the entire history of Saturday Night Live and look at all the performers and writers on that show, and if you could pare down, if you could come up with an example of what success is, you might find that you have actually a very small number of people who, quote unquote, made it. You know what I mean? But once again, that always depends on what one's definition of success is. And there's lots of people, I think, who are both on Mad TV and Saturday Night Live, who are out there grinding and they make a living, they pay their mortgage, and, they're writers on shows, or they, actors who go from job to job to job. But we just don't hear about them as much, But they're still out there doing good work.
Did you just mention you guys are going to be doing a cop movie together? For New Line?
We're going to be producing Police Academy.
Oh, the remake. Oh, cool. Okay. I think I did read about that.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you guys going to be in it or no?
That's a decision we have yet to make. Yeah. But we're definitely. I think the word right now is we're shepherding the project, which means that we're bringing some of the creative choice making that we would do on our show on Key and Peele. So and when it comes down time to make that decision, we're going to see what's best for the movie. If we're the right people to be in it, or if that would somehow be distracting, we still have yet to make that decision.
It would be funny if you both played Steve Guttenberg, like one scene it's Key and one scene it's Peele. Like that would be funny.
Yeah,
that is an interesting idea. That is an interesting idea.
But so do you guys have favorite sketches? Like you both have sketches that you just love from your show?
So my sketch, I would say the sketches where we're both really in the sketches, where we get to screw around together and you see that we're equally in the sketches. Those are my favorite sketches. I don't have like a precious favorite, but that's kind of how I would answer that question.
Okay.
Yeah. The Liam Neeson, the ballets where we talk about Liam Neeson's, those are really fun.
Those are our favorite.
Yeah, we've got some more of those coming.
Oh, those are one of my favorites too.
Oh, cool.
Just one more question about Fargo. I was a huge fan of the show and the movie. How did that come about? And quick answer, I guess.
Yeah, Noah Hawley, the producer of that, just had us in mind, and he just straight up asked us, so we were very honored.